Hey, welcome into the Funky Little Studio. My name's Thomas with the Funky Little Studio. Full-time resellers based here in Oklahoma with my wife Rajeana. She handles all the clothing, the shoes, the belts, the hosiery, the vintage lingerie, all that kind of stuff. I handle the knickknacks, the bric-a-bracs, the baseball caps, the hubcaps, the variety packs, the random acts, anything else, all the other things. We make up, however you're going to say that, the Funky Little Studio. We're a husband and wife team. We're empty nesters. We've been doing this since 2022 full time. Kind of happened onto it. And we are having a ball. This is another Tom edit. Till I can get her to do some What Sold Wednesdays with me. I'm going to keep on doing some of these. I'm kind of backtracking and finally doing some ones from the summer. I think this will be the end of my summer slowdown because this will bring us to the end of August, which I think would have been right around Labor Day, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look at a calendar. I don't know. I think it was around Labor Day weekend. So if you've been following along on the Tom edits, this will be, I'm going to call the end of summer slowdown, hopefully. Which this was not a bad week. Let me look here. Yeah, not too bad. This is just my sales. This is not her sales. This is just my sales for 1 week. Hers will be different. We normally do these together. If you've watched them in the past, I promise you we're going to get back to doing that. We had a lot of fun doing that and we need to do it again. So that's coming soon. All right, here we go. This is where we tell you what sold in 1 week. I'm going to tell you the cost of goods, what I paid for it, what it sold for. I'm going to flash a little screenshot up here, wherever it goes, somewhere. I think it's going to be on this side. So we'll cover up the 7-Up sign. Let's start off with one of my honey hole items, the Meguiar's Leather Balm. This is something I bought a warehouse out of all they had, and it's a discontinued product. If you guys ever find like discontinued products and you can buy a bunch of them and have done your homework or comps, that's the way to go. It's basically, I have a couple listings. I have it listed in 2 different places, Posh and eBay, but you can just keep adding to a listing or list all of them at once. In this case, I only list like 6 or so at a time. But it's Meguiar's Leather Balm. It's a leather conditioner that's been discontinued. My cost of goods on it is $1, but that's basically pure profit because they've been paid for a while. And it sold for $36.88 plus shipping. It was a repeat buyer, so I like that. This stuff, if you guys are resellers and do have leather goods, let me know. I can sell you some off a platform and make you a little bit better deal on it. $36.88 from $1 plus shipping. Next up, also from my honey hole, is a nitrous decal. It's a little sticker sheet, like a decal set for nitrous. Anyway, $7.88 free shipping. I just put those in one of the little eBay labeled envelopes. $7.88 free shipping, and the shipping cost me 78 cents or whatever it is now. This was something I just picked up at a little random thrift store in Claremore because it was $1 and it made a little bit of money. $1 for the Schick Hydro razor blade or razor kit. $13.99 free shipping. So nothing to write home about, but I'm going to tell you about it anyway. This was from our Arkansas trip. If you haven't watched those videos, check them out. This was a Silver Dollar City, like etched stein or tankard glass, and it sold for $19.19 plus shipping. And I sent an offer because I think I had it listed a little bit higher than that. Gave a dollar for it on our Arkansas trip. These are grandfathered in, which I don't know why you want to carry a glass mug around at Silver Dollar City, but if you get super cheap refills, I guess it's worth it. Some of the plastic ones are grandfathered in too, so that's a bolo if you can find them. But be sure and make sure it's one that's grandfathered in before you buy it, because the later ones have a date and they expire. So I don't know how old they have to be grandfathered, but if it has an expiration date printed, real fine print, it's not going to really sell. Anyway, $19.19 from $1. Can't beat that. Another decal from my honey hole. This is a Real Tree, like a hunting brand camo. Sold for $7.88 free shipping, 10 cents. That's what I meant to say on the nitrous decal. I only have 10 cents in that. So basically those are pure profit too. So $7.88 free shipping, Real Tree decal. It's one of those multiple items that I have several listed, and I haven't sold one of those in a minute, but yeah, it seems like they'd sell more in the hunting season. This was from my personal collection. I have a batch of stickers. I'm a sticker picker, like at a car show or event. If they have free stickers, I always pick them up, and these are like 30 years old. Vintage World of Outlaws Skull Sprint Car Series decals. They bought, I think, 2 of them, $13.76 plus shipping, and that cost of goods was 0 because those were from my collection. But I had some extras of those, so I thought I'd list them up. Vintage stickers are something else I've had really good luck with. Radio stations or vintage like hot rod or car affiliated stickers have value. Harley Davidson decal set, also from my honey hole, 10 cents, and those sold for $12.88 plus shipping. I think I bought them out on those too, so those will be selling for a long time. That's pretty good money. 10 cents into $12.88. I'll take that. Here's a bolo, if you can find them cheap. The 6-second abs, the little ab cruncher machines that were on all the infomercials way back in the day. I pick those up every once in a while. I think this one was from our Arkansas trip, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe Oklahoma City trip. I gave $5 for the whole machine and the bands, and the yellow bands sold for $19.88. Free shipping, or was it plus shipping? I don't know. The listing will be up here. I can't remember if it was plus shipping or free shipping. I got free shipping wrote down, but I also have $4.28, so maybe I did pay for shipping on that. Ice cream machine. This is something I sold on the Owasso dollar auction, and it was a off-brand, maybe like a Walmart or something, ice cream machine, and it sold right before Labor Day weekend. And normally on the ice cream machines, I part those out, like the Rival and the other Richardson or the other brands, but this was kind of an off-brand, and I decided to put it up for the Owasso dollar auction, which is a Facebook group. So you have to start it out at $1, and it goes for 24 hours, and then people bid in the comments, and it sold for $16. I had $5 from what I gather on that, so you know, I made a little bit, but it was cash transaction and made somebody's Labor Day sweeter. So anyway, check those out if you guys get a chance. I have a video on parting out ice cream machines, and I also have a video parting out small appliances, kitchen appliances. But if there's not one in your area, there probably is already. But that's a great way to source, and a great way to clear out some stuff that you don't want to have laying around anymore. Also on the dollar auctions was this Rustic Cuff Monopoly game, and I picked this up at a bin for $1, but it's basically pure profit off of previous sales, and it sold on the dollar auctions for $5, so made somebody's day on that. It's a specially branded Rustic Cuff Monopoly Special Edition. Rustic Cuff is the bracelets or whatever. It's an Oklahoma-based company, and it was at the bins for $1, so I couldn't pass that up. $8.24 to $8.30. Okay, here we go. Another one from my honey hole. This little She-Devil emblem. It's like a little chrome ABS plastic emblem that you would stick on your car, your toolbox, your fridge, your laptop, whatever. $1, and it sold for $16.87, free shipping. And I've found a bunch of those. I've got some hunting ones, some just other random ones. Little decals, chrome, plasticky things that you stick on your car. They have a following. People want them. $16.87, free shipping. Another one from this is almost all honey hole items. It's a warehouse sale that I go to, and I call it my honey hole. I had an offer from a guy. I think I had these listed individually, and he offered for $100 for 6 of them, and I only had $1 a piece in them, so I had $6, turned it into $100, free shipping. It's an old school chamois, like the natural sheepskin, I think, chamois that you would dry your car off with, and they are new old stock, and I went back to buy more of them, and I think they sold the rest of them, so I did buy a pretty good batch of those, but they're still available. I have some more of them available. Anyway, $100 out of 6, not too bad. This was a bins item, I think from Kansas City. It was a life jacket for infant, like a child's life jacket, basically brand new without tags. So it had $1 into it, sold for $10.88 plus shipping. This was, back in, these sales are all from August, so obviously people were still boating and fishing and lake stuff. And then, did I have that wrote down twice? I think that's, oh, no, here we go, one more. Wait a minute. Ice cream machine. Okay, yeah, I had that wrote down twice. Never mind. Okay, and then the Sapulpa Chieftain's glass, like a little stein or tankard. It'll be right here. $1 into $14 plus shipping. And this is one of those things that took a while to sell. I'd picked it up quite a while back for $1, and it's a local item. Sapulpa's on Route 66 here in Oklahoma, but it's vintage, like high school fight song, everything on it. I had some really low ball offers on that. I'm like, no, I'll find the right person. And this may have been an offer just because it says $14 even, which is fine. But the offers I were getting before were just low. I think I had it listed for like $19.88. I mean, like, when are you going to find another one of these? This guy offered $14 plus shipping, and I took it. So, if my totals are right, which I think they are, because I had the ice cream machine written down twice, but I don't think I totaled it up. So this may or may be off by 16 bucks. I don't think it is, but anyway, $416.73 was my gross sales for 1 week on eBay. Those were all eBay, I think. Well, eBay and the dollar auctions. $416.73 gross, and my cost of goods was $41.60. So not too bad. That doesn't include fees and the shipping and all that stuff. $41.60 into $416. I'll take that. That was my end of summer, slow down, What Sold Wednesday series. I hope you hit the like, hit subscribe. Check out some of our other videos. I promise I'm going to get Rajeana back on these What Sold Wednesdays. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Cheers. Hey, it's me. I'm back. Goofed up. I forgot a whole page or half a page of other sales. So here's the remainder of the sales for this week. This Binding Beer Stein mug, like a vintage Oktoberfest like mug that you might see. Paid $3 for it. It sold for $23.10 plus shipping. That was an offer that I had sent. Browning Buckmark, another one of those little chrome emblems that we've talked about before from my honey hole. This one sold on Posh, $9. I have $1 into it, but like I said, pure profit. I'm going to count it as $1. But anyway, a Subaru Outback license plate. A Subaru Outback license plate bracket. I think I had $1 or $2 in that. I don't think I know exactly. Probably $1.99. $34.87 free shipping. I pick these up whenever I find them, no matter what brand they are. I always do well with them. It's a Bolo if you see them out there. Arctic insulated wine bottle, like a flask or whatever for wine or whatever you want to put in it. $16 plus shipping. That was something out of Rajeana's collection, so cost of goods is $0. It was personal collection. It was brand new. She bought it and just never used it. So I don't know what we paid for it. It was when she was selling Scout and Cellar wine. Dylan's Candy Bar Coffee Cup. I guess it's out of New York City. It was a bins item. It had a blemish on it, but we picked it up anyway. 99 cents, sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Picture of it right here. Have you ever been there? I never even heard of it. Dylan's Candy Bar in New York, I think. Pumpkin carve kit. This was something I sold on the dollar auction. I paid $2.25 for 4 of them. I sold them for $8, $2 a piece. That was on the Owassa dollar auctions. And another dollar auction item was this cookie jar. It was a brown Monmouth. I don't know how you say that. Monmouth. It sold for $7, and I think I'd actually paid like $2.99 for it. Didn't have the lid, but people can use them for decoration and stuff, and this lady was glad to have it. A stainless steel iron cross, kind of like the chrome emblems, except this one's actual metal. Cost of goods $1, and it sold for $19.68, $20 basically. And one last but not least was a vintage Jovan Musk. This was from my honey hole as well. It sold for $25 plus shipping, and I either had $1 or $3.75 in that one. I don't know exactly. but they're all pure profit, and it sold for $25 plus shipping. That was my last one of those. So I'll put a total in the end, because I'm going to have to retotal this and tell you the cost of goods. What I told you before was $416.73 and $41.60. That's going to be a little bit different, I think, now. It may still be pretty close to that, but I think I left some stuff off. So I think that's everything this time. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit subscribe. If you made it this long, I appreciate it. Check out some of our other videos, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Happy National Donut Day. It's Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, November 5th. We're going to go ride the bike. Put this nice little... Which way do I need to go? That's so confusing. Put this little milk crate on here, and we're going to go get some donuts for National Donut Day. See you in a minute. We got the donuts, but I think we got a flat tire back here, so we're gonna try to make it home on a flat tire.